Hi, creative people. Good evening. I hope you all are good. Well, I'm here with another video. I got one questions on comment sections, and I find it is really good questions. So that uh, I wanted to answer in a short way. Okay, this video cannot be explained each and every detail, but I want to keep it very short and simple so that you can understand. And obviously on future I will create a little bit longer video and with much more details, but in this video I will make it very short and simple so that you can understand and you can start working on your project. Okay, so the question is about how to understand the client requirement as a junior designer. Well, this is actually a very good questions, because whenever you are learning and if you get any project, first hand a project, and you don't have a good team or you don't have any senior to guide you, then it's a little bit hard to understand what actually clients are looking for. Well, on this video I'm going to give you a certain process so that you can understand their requirement. Okay, but in a short, let me tell you something. So it is actually a whole process. Understanding the client is a huge things. Okay, and it is a whole process from start to finish, but at least I'm here to give you a very short, a brief idea so that at least you can do your research on yourselves. Okay, just do not depend on this video. Also, you have to do your own research to understand more, but I will give you a certain point start to finish. Okay, where to start and where to end, and how where you need to do more in-depth research. Well, first point is active listening. Okay, so what does it mean? It means you need to ask multiple questions. For example, let's say you are an UX UI designer, as a junior UX UI designer, and you are creating a website, user interface for a website, and the company is about a corporate company. Okay, and you need to ask whether they are product based or service based. Okay, so if it is a product based, that means it will be depends on what kind of product they have, a multiple product, or what are the categories that they have. Okay, and if it is a service based, then what kind of service they are providing. Okay, what are the service charges and what are the categories of service. Okay, so there are multiple services, so that you need to ask multiple questions. So what is their vision, what is their mission? Okay, and try to ask multiple questions and try to be a very good and active listener what they are saying, what they want. Okay, without saying anything, so without knowing their actual reason to create a website, you cannot create anything. So first you need to be a active listener. To listen them, ask as many as question that you need. Okay, just a simple just simply take an example that you are a blank. Okay, you are a child and you don't know anything about, you want to know so many things about anything that you encounter. Likewise, you need to ask many questions related with their service, their companies, and their thirds, and anything. Okay, well, that is the first point. Okay, so second point is visual representation. First, ask them. So maybe they have their preferences, reference, choices. Okay, so they can be said, okay, I like black color, I don't like any green, or I don't like red or anything. Okay, ask their color choices or brand choices or any reference, any visual items that they can give you a little bit reference. And after that you have to do your research. So first you became a good listener, you understand their mission, vision, and everything, and after that you have to do your research. To do the research, there are lots of resources. First, it's a simple, it's a Google. Okay, whatever you have done, you can Google it. Next is, if you want to look into a visual representation or visual inspiration, then Pinterest is good, Behance is good, Dribbble is good, and beside that there are so many other websites like awards also there, so to get the ideas. Okay, so and try to represent in a visually and ask them, okay, this is the way that you are looking for, or what kind of, so whether I'm aligning with this aligning with your ideas or not. You can ask again, you need to ask. Okay. And let me tell you something. So whenever you are working, you need to follow the agile product development life cycles. Okay. Agile product development life cycle is basically, you don't have to follow each and every technical details, but what you have to think is just do your tasks and take a feedback. Do your tasks and take a feedback. Okay. There is some other technical term like design, sprint design and something, but don't worry about those things. As a junior designer, what you have to do is create something or perform a one specific task and ask the client, okay, whether I'm aligning with your design or idea or not. So this is how, what you can do. You can visually present and ask them. So next is define your objectives. What do you want to achieve related with your client response? So what you are trying to do, what you are capable of, what you can do so far, and what they need, what they want. Try to define as objectives as possible. Okay. So based on their response and based on your research, try to identify or define your objectives. So it will help you to understand, to create something. Okay. Okay, let's talk about the technical point. Now, what you have to create, you have to create a design system related or depending on your project. Okay, it can be small, it can be large, but at least you have to work on that. It's a little bit technical. So let me subcategorize it. First one is a user flow. So what it is actually, let's say if it is a marketplace, then there is a one specific user flow. So first user will see jump into the home screen. Okay. And then they will select the product and they will add to cart or they add to wish list or purchase. So to perform those three tasks, user need to register, but to see the product, to see the product details, to jump into the home screen, they don't have to log in. So they you have to create a user flow based on your project. So if it is, for example, if it is a simple website that doesn't have any user login and register what do you call it, flow or system, then you don't have to worry about. Okay. It's just that simply users and particularly every content is accessible for any kind of user. There is no any particular login and registration. But if you have a login and registration or any database related, then you need to create, okay, what will be the procedure? Okay, what kind of application that you are creating, what kind of website is you are creating, that you need to understand very carefully. Okay. And then information architecture is like related with very skeleton of your websites. Okay. So what are the pages will be there? Okay, how it will move. Okay, let's say, for example, simply there is a about us menu or navigation, and under the about us menu we can keep so many things like about company mission vision. Okay, companies, their messages from the board member and the testimonial section also. Okay, so and we can list out all the clients and some of the award certificate whatever the company is on. So likewise maybe you can include even services also, but services has its own category. That's why we need to create a different sections for the services, different menu for the services. So that try to create an information architecture. Okay, first collect all the information. What are the information that you need to present? So like home screen, like about us, contact us, services, product, offer, feature, and why to choose that particular companies, or if it is there is any FAQ, frequently asked questions, or any kind of related information. Collect as many as information that you can collect, and then try to categorize and subcategorize based on their interest. Okay, so and now interaction patterns means it is a little bit core technicals. So if for example, whenever you are hovering on any button or any link, how it should react. Okay, if you visit any websites, then you can understand. So every hover button or CTA has their own reaction. Some may be underlined, some may be changing on a color, some maybe have a slightly small icon appears and then disappear when it's hover or something. And if it is active, then there is a different color. Okay, if it is clicked, then it has a different color. So try to create some kind of patterns. Okay, try based on your interest, based on the brand choice and the preference. Okay, this is the technical things. Well, now let's jump into the next part. Okay, now let's jump into the creating kind of what do you call a landing page for websites. Okay, so basically on landing page, what will be happen? First will be hero sections. Okay, second will be client or about us company sections. Okay, and then some other related contents, or if it is a service based company, then it will focus on services, or if you have any unique selling point USP, then you can like put a USPs, or if you have any counter related with the project, you can place a counter. So see, it all depends on your product and the website, what kind of you are taking. For example, let's say I took an example of corporate websites. Okay, sorry, corporate companies websites. So they wanted to show their information, only information. I'm not talking about the marketplace or any other place where a database will be linked. It's just a simple web application. Sorry, it's a simple websites. Let's say it's a static websites. Okay, there will be home screen. Sorry, hero screen. On the hero screen, there will be projects that they have done. Okay. Next, a client. What are the clients that they have served? And then there may be we can place a USP, unique selling point. Okay, what was the unique selling point there? So why they are famous or why they are popular, that we can keep it. Next, and there is we can keep it a short brief description about the companies, like about us sections and a picture of any companies. Okay, and after that we can list it out all the services, what are the services that they are performing. And after that maybe we can list it out project list. Okay, what are the projects they have done it. And after that we can add a testimonial sections where some their clients can say about their company, whether they are good or bad or anything. Okay, critical comments. And after that we can add some kind of subscriptions for newsletter sections, where they can any client can fill out the email address and they can subscribe, and they can get the weekly or quarterly or anything like newsletter about the companies. Okay, it will be helpful for the marketing and the SEO. And lastly we can add the footer. Well, this is the basic what do you call websites layout. Okay, you can explore to okay, to explore what you have to do, you need to like do your own research. Okay, this is how what you can do is you can create a particular website and you can understand the client requirement, what they are looking for, and this is the way that you can present. Basically it is a complete design process. In this video I just explained in a very short way to understand. Okay, I'm not saying this video is enough for you to like understand everything, but it has I'm trying to give you some basic idea where you can start and where you can end. Okay, but it's not complete and it's not enough, that you have to do your own research and you have to learn something more. Okay, but basically this is the process and this is the idea that you can learn. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you get the idea of how to like understand the client requirement. If you have any further questions or you like any doubts, then I will try to answer it, and I will try to interact with you, okay, as possible as quick. And yeah, that's all. Thank you for your time and see you in the next video. Well, bye bye.